reason why Bernie is running and the reason why we're also excited about his campaign. 2 rank-and-file nurses who have come here and who are spending their free time to come here and petition and to work for Bernie, and this is why this campaign is so important. For the rank-and-file workers that really need a fighter in the White House, for workers. Let's bring
Okay, our hospitals are full. Okay, they're full beyond capacity. Why are they so busy? Well, one reason is healthcare is very, very expensive.
That's right.
Okay, there are copays, there are deductibles, and they're very high. More than 30% of uninsured patients skip doctor's visits because of this. They're not filling their prescriptions. They can't afford the copays and the deductibles, and this is according to the Commonwealth Fund study. Medicare also is too expensive. 20% the elderly has to pay, okay? So that cost is being sent on to patients. And Medicaid is not also adequately funded, as we all know. Resources do not keep up with the demand of our population. So many of those patients just simply don't get care. They wait till they get sicker and sicker, and they end up in our emergency room. The Bronx in itself has the highest amount of pediatric asthma in the country. Okay?
Right.
Bernie Sanders has always been there for our children, for our adults who need health care. Patients with commercial insurance, with Medicare, with Medicaid, do not keep up with the demand. We need one system that promises to give us health care. No cost to keep families away until it's too late. A universal healthcare system. Medicare that covers all.
Right.
Medicare for all. And as Bernie Sanders has said, Medicare is not a right. It is a privilege. It's not a privilege. It is a right. Please delete that.
Say it again. Say it again, sis.
I will. Medicare is a right. Health care for all. You know, Hillary is always there saying that, you know, she is for universal health care. Where is she with that? Okay? Does she believe in health care for all? I don't think so. Bernie Sanders has been there his whole life fighting for health care for all. He is the man who's always been there, not this Johnny come lately of Hillary Clinton. So, I stood here in the rain with my sister nurse here to say that I'm feeling the burn, and that is why this nurse is behind Bernie Sanders, our next president.
Very quickly, nurses like to teach. I'll keep it short. Any nurses in the house? Hi, I am a nurse. My name is Robyn Pegues. I live in the Bronx and I work in Manhattan and Brooklyn. And I'm a proud member of National Nurses United. We are here today to ask everyone to support Bernie Sanders as our candidate on the New York primary ballot for the next president of the United States. Our question, do you have health care? According to latest studies, 44 million Americans, which is 1/3 of our society, do not have health care. Another 38 million are with inadequate health care. Bernie Sanders is a candidate who understands and believes that everyone is entitled to health care with his single-payer system, Medicaid for all. Every patient deserves a nurse. Presently, nurses are working in horrific conditions to try and provide care, with ratios as much as 1 nurse to 10 patients in hospitals. increases by 7%.
Wow.
Nurses. Bernie Sanders cares for our veterans. He supports legislation giving federal nurses collective bargaining rights, which will allow nurses a say for our care of our national heroes who our nation has promised to take care of.
That's right.
Yes. Nurses want to work. However, the powers of be have made profits off of nursing by one, making education so expensive it's unattainable, or having long wait lists up to 3 to 5 years before you can get in. Nurses are hit with student loans between $30,000 and $60,000 after graduation on high interest loans. Many healthcare issues can be tracked down to greed with pollution. Big businesses are polluting our land, sea, and air. Bernie Sanders supports climate control with his fossil fuel tax. These are a few of our values that nurses hold close to our heart. And Bernie Sanders has embraced these values with many, many years, even before his bid for President of the United States.
That's right.
Bernie Sanders will pay for these programs by supporting a tax on Wall Street.
Tax on Wall Street.
Currently, the wealthy are making big profits on trading monies in Wall Street and not paying taxes.
That's right.
You and I who work pay taxes before we even get a paycheck.
That's right.
Before we even see it.
It's time for the wealthy to start paying their fair share.
That's right.
Bernie Sanders will push this tax on Wall Street.
Yeah.
Into our communities. Healthcare for all. Nurses, safe patient ratios, veterans' rights, free education, and protecting our planet are some of the many reasons why myself and nurses like myself with National Nurses United have supported Bernie Sanders on the ballot for New York primary. We have endorsed and supported Bernie and encourage each and every one of you to get out and vote. Bernie Sanders, our next president of the United States.
Okay, there it is. This is our coalition. We got 80,000 signatures in Hillary's home state. And everyone's saying that she's going to win this. They're taking it for granted. We're going to have a surprise come April 19th.
It's his own state.
Because Bernie, who was from Brooklyn,
Bernie.
who went to Brooklyn College, who went to Madison High School, who has challenged Hillary to come back to Brooklyn and debate. There's going to be a surprise because he's going to win the New York primary and go on to be the next president of the United States.